Singapore will help businesses worst hit by the pandemic pivot to new markets. Trade and Industry Minister Chun has told CNA it's part of a targeted approach as no additional stimulus measures can counter the effects of falling external demand. The issue is expected to be addressed soon by Deputy Prime Minister Heng Swee Keat.
The social entertainment industry are among the worst hit, and Trade and Industry Minister Chun says these companies won't see demand recover in the short to medium term. Such firms will get more help in finding new business models. Other sectors like F&B and retail, which are seeing demand slowly picking up, will receive support in retraining workers and developing new markets. Firms such as biopharmaceuticals, which are fast-growing, will also get more support to expand their markets to create more job opportunities.
The measures are quite different and must be targeted in order for them to be useful to the respective companies. The larger challenge that we are facing has to do with the external demand, which a stimulus package would not be entirely helpful. No matter what we do domestically, it will be very hard for us to replace the external demand that we used to have. So what we need to do is really a package to help our companies pivot into new markets, into new products range, so that we can make a living.
Even as supply chains are reshuffled, Mr. Chan is hopeful about the opportunities in Asia Pacific. He stressed the need for Singapore to maintain its long-term policy coherence, connectivity to the rest of the world, and trade openness. These will help secure investments and position Singapore as a regional headquarter for global companies. To deal with the COVID-19 fallout, Singapore's economy received a $93 billion boost from 4 budgets. But Mr. Chan says the country must maintain fiscal prudence, even as the government supports companies in their transition. This comes as Singapore suffered its worst quarterly contraction of 13.2% in the second quarter of this year, with resident unemployment creeping higher to 90,500 in June.
When I speak to many of the businesses and the trade associations and chambers, they are looking for signs of whether Singapore is still committed to planning for the long term, investing in the long term. And two of the things that gives them the greatest confidence of our commitment to the long term is our investment in our people, in terms of training and skills upgrade, and the investment in our long-term infrastructure, including the digital architecture and infrastructure.
While these investments might put Singapore in a good stead for the long haul, some short-term pain is expected. Mr. Chan says the government will work with labour unions and firms to make tough decisions on switching business models and markets.
From a personal perspective, I think we can all understand that if we are the entrepreneur, we will all want to believe that our products, our services continue to be relevant, because we have spent so much time building up our company to serve the market. It is very difficult for some entrepreneurs to come to terms with the fact that the world has changed and we have to pivot into new markets and new products. And this is where we are committed to help the entrepreneurs, the firms affected, to pivot into new markets and to do the best for themselves and for the workers that are with them.